today to talk to you about this horrible year we've had. Have I got something on my camera lens? It looks like I have. Let me just... How's that? Is that better? Oh, this tripod's so crap. Do you know what? One of my hopes for 2021? A new tripod. But that is another video entirely. Today, we are going to talk about some positives that have come out of this terrible, awful, hideous, horrendous, disgusting, despicable year. I just spat. That was for you, COVID. We've always got to have a silver lining, right? Otherwise we might go absolutely bonkers. So today I have compiled a little list of happy things that happened in 2020 amid the terror and horror, and I'm gonna stop using adjectives, of COVID-19. And I've also asked on my socials for you peeps to let me know what your favourite things about 2020 have been. So number one on my positive things to happen in 2020 list has to be vaccinations. People have started getting vaccinated against COVID-19, which, Roxy Poo, is excellent news. She doesn't want to be on camera. People have had allergic reactions, which isn't great, but on the whole, I think the vaccinations have been a success. Number two on my list of good things to happen this year, excuse me, is a personal favourite thing, and that is that Nomo have brought out the best vegan chocolate bar I have ever tasted. If you've been keeping up to date with my Vlogmas episodes this year, you will know that I've been taking every opportunity to purchase and devour one of these chocolate bars. Roxy's found her Christmas presents. Number three on my list of good things to happen in 2020, this girl was born in April and she came to us in October, and I am so in love with this angel. She's had 3 homes prior to ours, and we got her when she was 7 months old. She is my forever girl, and she is my absolute favourite thing to happen this year. She's such a good girl. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. I love you. Number 4 on my list of excellent things to happen this year. Trump got voted out of the White House. What excellent news. I don't really keep up to date on politics that much because it depresses and confuses me. I leave it to smarter people who know what it all means. But I know an idiot when I see one. Another thing that brought joy to the nation was the clap for the NHS and key workers. Every Thursday during the first lockdown in the UK at 8 PM I think it was, everyone stood out on their front gardens and spent a minute clapping for the NHS and key workers, and it was really nice. It also brought us a bit closer to our neighbours. We're quite antisocial as people, so like we're not the best of friends with our neighbours, but it did bring us closer together in that period of time, and we even learnt who a few of our other neighbours were, and we say hi to them now, so that was really nice. Thing number 6, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Did you doubt this was going to be on the list? Best game ever. I love it so much. It's the first thing I want to do when I get up in the morning. Samland is a utopia of flowers and absolute joy, and I am just really enjoying creating this beautiful island paradise for my adorable residents. Another piece of media that came out in 2020 was Alex Rider. which is the TV adaptation of one of my favourite book series growing up. I did make an entire video on Alex Rider, so I won't go too much into it, but I absolutely love that show, and I can't wait for season 2. I can't wait for all the seasons. I hope it never gets cancelled. As long as the books go, I think the show should go because it's so good. Another of my personal favourite things that happened in 2020 is I published an ebook. It's called After the End, The Furious 4. It is the first in a series called After the End, and I'm so proud of it. It was such a good experience. I commissioned an artist on Fiverr and I got a really good deal for the book cover that they made for me. It's had excellent reviews, and the people who read it first were really excited and supportive. Another excellent thing to happen in 2020 was I was part of a BBC Radio Berkshire interview about asexuality. They only used like one line from my interview, but that's fine. Like, I'm just glad I got to be a part of it and experience being on the radio. I've never been in a radio station, and I never thought I'd be brave enough to go to a face-to-face interview. So I am really proud of myself, and I'm really proud of Yasmin and everyone else in the ace community who took part. My 10th and final favourite thing to happen in 2020 is this tweet. A cool dude got a Fiat 500 to tackle gender norms. Like, pat on the back, well done. I just really loved this tweet. Which brings me to your favourite things about 2020. My friend Ian on Twitter said his favourite thing about 2020 was not spending so much time amongst the human population. Very little human contact, and I must say, I really enjoyed being justified in telling people to get away from me. There were parts of lockdown and social distancing that benefited me as a socially anxious person, so I totally feel where you're coming from. Another good friend of mine, Louise on Twitter, said her husband's autism diagnosis was her favourite thing about 2020, which is amazing. I'm so glad for them. Unsurprisingly, my friend Jamie, who I play Animal Crossing with from time to time, says Animal Crossing is his favourite thing about 2020. I think many people are in agreement with us there. Taylor Swift's music also got a mention. I haven't actually listened to her new album yet, but I've seen all over Twitter how popular it is. I don't doubt that there are many people who would agree with that one. More awareness for chronic illness and disability. I am totally with you on this one. It's so good to see people with their disability lanyards on, and there's a more universal understanding of what it means. Before COVID, I don't think a lot of people knew what the lanyard meant. Now that people with invisible illnesses do have to wear these lanyards, it really does bring more awareness about chronic illness and disability and how it's not always visible. Online community and access to theatre online. I didn't actually see any online theatre, but that sounds amazing. I don't know what I was doing. In spite of all these wonderful things I've just mentioned, it is nice to know that 2020 is on its way out. Let me know what your favourite things about 2020 were, and be sure to stick around because next time I will be telling you my hopes for 2021. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye!